Hello. Blizzard isn't wasting any time. The next Afterlife short is out. It's called Maldraxxus. Yeah.
In life, I was Draka of the
Ooh.
Frost Wolf clan,
That's Thrall's mom, if you're unaware.
who gave everything to protect what mattered most. But I was not done fighting.
Ooh. Okay. Hold up, let me get the bird. Okay.
Maldraxxus, where the armies of the five houses once stood side by side to protect the realm of death.
Okay. Hold up, though.
Here, I served the House of Eyes.
Okay, so the Shadowlands is divided into, I believe, 4 big factions, but then Maldraxxus is further subdivided into 5 houses. Now, my question being, if the job of Maldraxxus is to defend the afterlife, basically, who are they defending it from? That's the big question, and I haven't seen anything that kind of lets us know that. So my question is, if everything's in balance and the afterlife is all awesome, everything bad is sealed in the mall, then who is Maldraxxus and or the faction that's in Maldraxxus? Like, who are they fighting?
A strange fit for a warrior's soul.
Again.
Their ways were not mine.
Faster. Again.
Eventually, this life after life began to feel right.
The House of Plagues lies in ruins. 1/5 of Maldraxxus wiped out.
It's hard to believe they could be so careless.
Perhaps they weren't.
I like this guy with the
No
eyes on
matter
his
what
head.
happens now, Maldraxxus must stay true to its purpose. For if we fail in our duty, the Shadowlands will fall. I believe the House of the Chosen still stands with us, and I trust you to deliver this to Maldraxxus. Now, go. And Draka, be watchful.
That's the thing. If they don't stand with you, then who do they stand with? Like, who's the enemy? Is it just the mall or something else?
My brothers, I am on urgent business. My lord! Hurry! There could be survivors!
Nope. Excellent. So I like how so far each faction of the Shadowlands kind of lends its own aesthetic to things we've already seen, right? Like Bastion kind of has the same aesthetic as a lot of Odin's places and also a lot of Paladin stuff. Meanwhile, Maldraxxus here, you can see, is where a lot of the Scourge's architecture and stuff came from. So it's kind of interesting, like the Necropolises come basically straight from here.
So, these are the traitors you spoke of.
I would not let such Urgura prevent me from delivering my lord's final message.
Ordeals such as this either break the sword or strengthen it. I offer the key to saving Maldraxxus.
I am sorry, Margrave. He gave me no key.
An unyielding warrior.
You're the key.
With the skills of a master spy. A key to many things. Come, our enemies will strike openly soon. We...
Okay, so here's one thing I don't like about this. This kind of makes Draka a little bit too similar to Garona. And I don't really know if I like that much. Blizzard is capable of making characters that are very different from each other. So for them to kind of funnel their orc women into the same mold, I don't know if I'm a big fan of that. This is still cool though.
We must prepare.
I am Draka, once of the Frost Wolf clan, now Baroness of the House of the Chosen, and most of all,
she looks good.
a protector of Maldraxxus.
Interesting. So I think probably the universal opinion here, and the one that I share, is that the Bastion cinematic was way better than this one. I mean, it's still good, but it doesn't give us really any information except other than whoa. It doesn't give us any information except that there's 5 factions in Maldraxxus, and some of them aren't loyal to the Shadowlands. I don't even know what that means though, in the grand scheme of things. Whereas Bastion gave us like a lot of info. They were pulling at our heartstrings with the Lich King. So I'm not going to say I'm disappointed. I knew that they weren't all going to be as good as that one. Just the same way that all the Warbringer cinematics weren't at the same level. They were all still good, but they all weren't as good as like Daughter of the Sea, for instance. Like, you know, sometimes you just have something that hits. But I am interested to see, because we do still have some living characters who met Draka when she was alive, or who are connected to her, like Thrall, and actually like Thrall's counterpart from the Maghar, or from like the alternate Draenor, because Thrall is a woman in alternate Draenor. So it'd be interesting to have him and his alternate meet Draka here. And it does make you wonder, if the same person exists in multiple realities, what happens when they both die? Do they become the same person in the afterlife, or are there multiple versions? That's another question. I know Blizzard has kind of always hand-waved it when they get questions about alternate Draenor, like, oh, act like it doesn't really exist, but like, we had that question about demons, are there alternate demons? No, they're all the same demon, just appearing different places. But for characters, that's not the same deal. Like, alternate, characters like alternate Blackhand or alternate Doomhammer are not the same as the original Doomhammer. Both of those Doomhammers are dead. So are there 2 Doomhammers in Shadowlands, or just one? That's a question I want answered for sure.